Joyful adventure, audits come, join the ride. Joyful adventure.
Hello everyone and welcome back to Joyful Adventure Audits. For those of you who've been with us a while, you know we're passionate about documenting Birmingham's pub heritage, both the lost gems and those still serving the community today. We also cover social clubs that have been such an important part of local life for generations. Today we're in Small Heath, standing outside what was once the Small Heath Amateur Garden Club at 169, Hobmore Road. The building still stands, but sadly it's now boarded up and abandoned. This place has an incredible history, 112 years of serving the community before it finally closed its doors on October 27, 2024, just over 6 months ago. That dates the club's founding all the way back to 1912, making it one of Birmingham's oldest social clubs. Think about that, over a century of memories, celebrations, and community gatherings all within these walls. The building we're looking at was purpose-built in 1912, replacing an old house that the club had previously used. Designed by architect Harold Scott, it was quite impressive for its time. The original layout included a large billiard room, a bagatelle room, card rooms, a bar, a reading room, and what was described as excellent lavatory accommodation for both ladies and gentlemen. There was also a secretary's room, a committee room, and even accommodation on the top floor for a resident caretaker. Later plans called for adding a concert room above the billiard room. You can see the allotments just across the road there, which gives us the key to the club's origins. It was established by allotment holders who tended these plots, giving them somewhere to socialize after a day's work in the soil. From those humble beginnings, it grew into something much more for the entire community. But like many social clubs, it evolved far beyond its original purpose. This wasn't just a place for gardeners, it became a true community hub that hosted everything from wedding receptions to family fun days, tribute acts, and karaoke nights. According to the reviews we found online, it was known for its friendly atmosphere, affordable membership at just £15 per year, and was particularly welcoming to families. The facilities were impressive too. They had a huge ballroom for parties, 4 lounge areas, multiple bars, pool and snooker tables, darts, you name it. What's particularly heartbreaking is that the club had been fighting for survival for some time. In January 2024, they launched a GoFundMe campaign in a desperate attempt to stay afloat. Their appeal stated, "Small Heath Amateur Gardeners Club has survived World War II, major recessions and recently a global pandemic, but now with the cost of living crisis, we are reaching out to the big wide world to ask for financial support to help us digitalize, promote and keep this long historical establishment open." Despite their efforts, just 9 months later, the club announced its closure with this heartfelt message on their Facebook page. "It is with heavy heart to inform you with such sad news after 112 years of being a brilliant social club it all comes to an end. The doors of the Small Heath Amateur Gardeners will be permanently closed as of from Sunday the 27th of October, 2024. We just cannot carry on the club with bills so high and little custom in club. So many fabulous memories of this place will be with us for life. A massive thank you to all the members who supported us week in week out. And also a big thank you to all the bar staff, management and committee members for all your hard work." Those words really capture the emotional impact of losing these community spaces. This isn't the first social club we've covered that's met this fate. We've previously documented the Hay Mills Club on Coventry Road, now abandoned and in poor condition. And of course, the Ravenscroft Social Club, also here in Small Heath, which was devastated by fires in 2016 and again in 2018. It's still standing empty and fire-damaged to this day. So what's happening to our social clubs? Have we as a society fallen out of love with these community spaces? There's no simple answer, but rising costs are certainly part of it. As we saw in the club statement, they mentioned high bills and decreasing custom. What's remarkable about this particular club is how resilient it was. Looking through their Facebook posts, we found one from June 2020 where they detailed their plans to reopen after the COVID lockdowns, with social distancing measures, track and trace systems, and sanitizing procedures. They survived World War II, numerous recessions, and even a global pandemic. But in the end, as they said in their fundraising appeal, It was the cost of living crisis with soaring energy bills that proved too much. Their final appeal noted that on average around 20 pubs and clubs shut in Britain each week, and they were desperately trying not to become another statistic. Sadly, despite their best efforts, that's exactly what happened. The question now is, what will happen to this building? Will it be redeveloped? Demolished? Or will it just stand empty and deteriorating like so many others we've documented? What we're losing isn't just buildings, it's those irreplaceable community spaces where generations have celebrated birthdays, weddings, retirements, where people found friendship and belonging. If you value your local pub or social club, please, support them. Use them or lose them, as the saying goes. These community spaces may seem like they'll always be there, but as we've seen time and again, that's sadly not the case. Next week, we'll be visiting a social club that's actually thriving by adapting to changing times, so make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss that. Thank you for watching Joyful Adventure Audits.
Dusty tables and broken cues. Stories linger in the muted hues. Once alive with laughter's glow, now an echo of long ago. Empty halls where memories stand. Once the heartbeat of this land. Cost of living, it took its toll. Small Heath's haven lost its soul. Billiard games and wedding cheer. Every smile that lingered here. Now the silence steals the song, where people felt they could belong. Empty halls where memories stand. Once the heartbeat of this land. Cost of living, it took its toll. Small Heath's haven lost its soul. But the walls remember every sound. Footprints alive on hollow ground. Though the doors are locked and barred, the heart of it is never too far. Empty halls where memories stand. Once the heartbeat of this land. Cost of living, it took its toll. Small Heath's haven lost its soul.
Planted roots in 12 so deep, where roses climbed and willows weep. Small Heath's hearts with soil entwined, but time no longer stayed so kind. Petals fall when seasons change. A garden lost feels so strange. The spade now rests, the blooms retire. A withered dream in fallen fire. Through winter frost and summer's glare, 100 springs they painted there. But hands grew tired, walls grew thin. The weeds crept where the hope had God's foundation weeps. A tale of loss the earth still keeps. No laughter now among a creaking door where stories live. Underneath the roof they built to give. And 12 years the hands of time play. Now empty chairs watch dreams decay. Hogmore Road once sang with cheer. Gardens bloomed and friends drew near. Now weeds grow tall and silence stand. No clinking cups, no shaking hands. Save our clubs, our sacred ground. Echoes lost but still profound. Hold the past where memories hum. Save our hearts before they're numb. Chasing bills, no light ahead. A ghostly fire where bright flames fed. Empty pints and dusty halls. A crumbled history that still calls. There's laughter soaking in the walls. It pushes back, it beckons all. Hear the voice, don't let it fade. A place where dreams were all